Hello, my wonderful friends. Magus with you on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi, and oh, do I have a message for you today. You know, for this last couple weeks, you probably see in the videos I've been putting out, I am beyond in love with Asha, with that message of Zoroaster, pure starlight, that is just good. It's unmixed, undefiled, undiluted. I can't even express it. Matter of fact, I've been writing poetry to the Holy Spirit, just thanking Him. Yesterday, if you went to my Instagram, you saw it was a perfect blue day with the white clouds, and had my chair out there and my book and my tea and my blanket, and I was emotional just thinking, how can life be this beautiful? And because it wasn't always that way. And if you find yourself trapped in one of the matrix world religions with a God that keeps you beaten down, where you never feel good, feel God, you've come to the right channel today. You've come to the right place. The message of the Magi will change your life. And so I'm going to do this with a little bit of humor, but all love. My friends, in the religion I was raised in, it kept me in depression, and it went so far that it turned into OCD. And my friends, as a small child, I remember my grandparents taking me to their church and putting me in their Sunday school, and they would teach these horrible stories, but with real cute puppets and toys and coloring books. And it was very confusing because as a child I was liking the coloring books, I was liking the toys and the puppets, but the stories were horrific. And so there was that terror and that confusion. And then my grandparents telling me, listen to these people. These are people of God. They're going to tell you about the highest principle of God, but the stories were scary. And they're designed to be that way, to keep you in fear, to keep you in check, to keep you in line. Aren't they? And my friends, it got so bad. By high school, I had horrible OCD. It was a nightmare. I didn't know there could be days like this. And I'll tell you what happened a couple weeks ago. I pulled out a Bible that I haven't done in a while. And all of those fears and that dense energy, and that it was awful, and I couldn't shake it. I went for a walk and it was so heavy on me, and I was missing my Asha. I was missing my heaven on earth, that good feeling. I knew exactly what to do because I did a video with it with you guys. I came home and I grabbed my little orange book and I started reading words like this, and it set me free like that. My friend, listen to this. Realize you are from good spirit, made of good spirit, shall return to good spirit. My friends, we are made of pure love. Pure love made us. Not one of those gods that are mixed, that send good and evil, that send health and disease, that can be at peace or war. No, the all good God, the all good spirit. And just starting to read these words, it started to instantly set me free. How about this, Asha? I am God's thought. I live in God's idea of perfection, a perfect creator's perfect mind. What else could it have but a perfect thought? And if the thoughts you're holding and the feelings you have aren't perfect, unmixed, undefiled, undiluted, pure light, pure love, pure peace, pure joy, not out of fear, but just out of the loving parent that would do anything for you. Anything. Never harm you. Couldn't even dream of it. So different than the religion I was raised in. And maybe you need a change, but you're told you can't have a change. My friend, you've been lied to. Because myself and countless others have experienced Asha, and it's set us free. It's given us that love and that peace. And that Asha, that heaven on earth, the message of the Magi. One, God has been misrepresented as hating, warring, killing. It's not true. It's impossible for that highest principle of good to do those things. 2, we attune ourselves to that right idea of God, that right image, and we realize we come from that image. We're made of that image. That's what we are. And it changes us, and it changes our world and the way we see the world, and it's beautiful. My friends, I grabbed this can of mixed nuts because I want you to remember this message. I want you to picture down here, the lowest frequency is the world religion and their gods. Their gods send sickness and disease. They war. They can get angry. They can hate. They can get jealous. My friends, and that's the lowest. That's where you feel so stuck. And the priests keep trying to get you to come back every week and feed you with their lies to keep you in that. And they tell you there's nothing higher. Don't go inside. Don't meditate. Don't listen to anyone else. Only read our books. Hear our teachings. Don't think. You're not smart enough to think. Just stay. Do what you're told. There's going to be a punishment. Right? And that's where people get stuck. But I want you to picture, I'm just going to give you 3 levels. There's more. So there's that lowest, that low frequency of the world religions. And then way up here, the highest of the high, the perfect creator's perfect idea, Asha. That's where I've been living. It's beautiful. But imagine just in the middle. And I'm doing this with a little humor. A can of mixed nuts. I promise you, I could get you to understand that when you hear this, you would fall on your knees and worship as tears came down your eyes. As you realize a can of mixed nuts is better than the gods and the religion that the world gives to us. Why? How could I say that, Magus? Because a can of mixed nuts would never tell you to stone your children for being disrespectful. I guarantee you a mother that stoned her children for being disrespectful, like their so-called holy book and their so-called God told them to do, their prophet told them to do, and after she did it, there must have been something in her heart screaming, that was not right. This doesn't feel right. A can of mixed nuts would never tell you to stone your own child. A can of mixed nuts would never tell you to go in and kill the men, women, and children. What would that look like? What would that sound like as you ran a sword into a child, into the mother, as you just killed and slaughtered and blood? And then their so-called hero told you you can keep the sex slaves, though. The young pretty virgins, you can keep those. I promise you, you would never have a moment's peace, and when you heard this can of nuts, you would fall on your face with tears thinking that your God is a can of mixed nuts that doesn't make you live in a hell in your own mind and heart like that. My friends, but I tell you, there's something better than a can of mixed nuts, and it's Asha. It's the all-good spirit. It's all good. And my friends, that's what's in your heart, in that divine spark, that fravashi. And as I speak these words, you know it's true, and it can set you free if you want to be set free. If you'll let go of the anger and the unforgiveness and the hate, and you'll set that down, you'll set those religions, those beliefs, those gods down, and you want to rise up, you can. And you can go all the way to Asha, to the perfect creator's perfect idea. But at the very least, I love you guys. Be blessed. We'll see you next time.